straight onto the yard, beast from the east, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out. I'm Faisal Khan, and I'm delighted to be joined by Ricky the Hitman Hatton. We're here at the BT Sports Studios. It's just been announced that Ricky's fighter Nathan Gorman will take on Daniel Dynamite Dubois for the British heavyweight title, the vacant British heavyweight title. Ricky, it's a fight that we weren't expecting to happen anytime soon. Frank stated many times in previous interviews that it would happen towards the end of the year, but it happens in July. What's your thoughts on it?
We're delighted, I think, you guys and the guys that are here are the people that ask the questions, and I think you'll agree every time we've been asked a question, me and Nathan couldn't be more forthright with our answers. We'll have it. We've always wanted it. Nathan wanted it from the first day he walked through my gym door, and it's a tough fight for both boxers, but I know what my fella can do. I know what he's capable of. I know what he's still got in the locker where he's not shown yet. Nathan can be nasty. He can be a real, it's in his genes. He can be a real nasty fighter, and he's never had to show it yet because the guys he's been fighting have been looking to survive and jab and fiddle and fart through the fights. But the two lads that have come to fight him, he's dealt with them like that, and Daniel's going to come and bring the fight to him, and I don't feel nervous about that in any way. I think that's a good thing for Nathan. I think Daniel being in will bring the best out of Nathan.
Obviously, looking at the fight, many people have got Daniel Dubois as the favourite. Would you say that's true? Would you have, if he was a neutral?
No, I would say that's true. I mean, obviously, he's a very explosive fighter. You know what I mean? He's knocked out somebody that went 10 rounds with Nathan. So, looking at that point of view, but I thought before he hit him with that, sustained that attack with the guy. I think that guy had no trouble finding him. I think his last fight he got tickled with a right hand. I think he took chances and started going a bit gun-ho in his last fight. And these are all good signs for us. You know what I mean? I think Nathan's got to use his boxing ability and speed, but also he's got to do it with bad intentions. Otherwise Daniel will come rolling all over him all night long. But he knows what he's got to do. He's got the bit between his teeth for this fight. I will not need to motivate Nathan to stand in the pocket.
How do you deal with that, that explosive power that Daniel Dubois poses to Nathan Gorman, especially when he's done?
Make him miss and make him pay. It's one of the most common sayings in boxing. He'll make him miss with his movement. He'll make him pay with his hand speed. He'll find the target with his hand speed and his movement and his boxing ability. He'll have no problem finding the target. So when you do find the target, don't fucking tickle him. Sink him in, and I think if he does, that will be enough.
What did you make of his last performance against Richard Lartey? Because it was a bit of a brawl. It's something we've not really seen Daniel Dubois.
Well, he fought Sokolowski, didn't he, in his last was it his last fight, wasn't it?
No, Daniel Dubois' last fight against Richard Lartey at the SFC Arena in Wembley a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, the lad flew in that day in the morning from Africa. He probably jet lagged. Dangerous fighter, but I don't think you could have said he was a danger, but he certainly proved that at times. But Daniel was stood there taking chances, but from a technical point of view, when he was stood there, going for gold, he was very compact as he did it. His chin was down, his head was forward. He was keeping the punches short, so even though he was taking chances, for me there was still only going to be one winner because Daniel's technique was good. But no, I think Nathan just has more variety, up close and at a distance. He's not shown it up close as much because he's not had the chance to. The only times he has had the chance to, he's dealt with Sokolowski, who has beat a lot of unbeaten prospects. Nathan knocked him out in 2 rounds in his third fight. And Sean Turner started giving Nathan a bit of jip, and probably the worst thing that Shawnee could have done, to be honest with you. Nathan, the evilness come about out of Nathan that night, and that's what he's got to do and will do against Daniel.
Next for an exciting fight. Ricky, your thoughts on Amir Khan's fight versus Terence Crawford? First of all, it's kind of the first time we've seen Amir Khan sort of be like outboxed for the first time in his career. What did you make of Crawford's performance and, of course, the ending to the fight?
His performance was very good. I mean, Amir was having his successes, but Crawford was. I think there's no doubt he's winning the fight. I think that was a first for Amir, to be honest, where someone with similar speed was catching him, and normally it's Amir's speed that causes the problems, isn't it? And it was causing the problems, don't get me wrong, but I think Amir was always slightly coming second best, and it was just a shame that it was it ended the way it ended, to be honest with you,
And of course, what do you think is next for Amir Khan? Do you think maybe he should retire, or perhaps is a fight with Kell Brook still his best chance of getting back onto world
only
stages?
Amir will go. He's done enough to do himself proud and British boxing proud. He was never in a dull fight, you know what I mean? He took chances he should have never took chances with, He fought the Canelos and, moved up in weight to do so, and stood there, traded with the Garcias and the Maidanas and that. And that's what made him an exciting fighter, and a fighter that we'll be talking about in years to come. So only he can know if he's satisfied with what he's done in his career, and he should be. Maybe it is time to call a day.
Final question from a Liverpool fan to a Man City fan. What happens on Sunday? No, I'm Liverpool, you're Man City. What happens on Sunday?
I think both teams will win. I think City have just got the nose in front. They've finished on good form towards the end of the season. Liverpool, it's a shame Liverpool are going to have the most points and come second.
It's not done yet.
No, it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
I'm still expecting there to be a bit of a blip on Sunday for Man City.
I think anyone, Liverpool fan, City fan, Manchester United fan, Arsenal fan, would expect City to beat Brighton and Liverpool to beat Wolves. If that happens, we win the league.
Perfect. Ricky Hatton, always a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure,
Thank you
mate.
for talking to Lights Out.